Hello, everyone. Welcome to the DMV Business Show. I'm your host, Otto Sevilla, and today my special guest is Andrew Altman Sr. Andrew is the founder and owner of Best Buy Waterproofing. Welcome to the show, Andrew.
Thank you very much.
Andrew and I have known each other for quite some time, so I'm happy I can finally get him on the show today. So, Andrew, if you can just share with the audience, are you from around the DMV area, or where were you born? Where did you grow up?
I was born in Washington, D.C., and I grew up in PG County, Fort Washington, Maryland.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm a PG County guy.
Okay. Did you live in D.C. any time, or were you just born there and then moved to PG County?
Born there, then moved to PG County.
Okay. And you grew up in PG County where you did elementary school there, or middle school, high school?
All until high school, then went to University of Maryland in College Park.
Oh, you're a Terp alumni as well. Go Terps.
I know the DMV like you wouldn't believe. Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Virginia, very familiar with the area. So it's like the back of my hand.
That's great. So, Andrew, how were you as a child growing up in Fort Washington?
Of course, I was a great child growing up. However, I was sick with asthma. I missed about 75 days of school every single year.
Oh, wow.
Because of my severe asthma. And spent many Christmases in a hospital. And at one point, we thought we were going to have to move to a drier climate just due to the fact that I was sick all the time. But I overcame it, and here I am.
I didn't know that. How did you overcome it?
I overcame it because of a lot of medicines I was taking and outgrowing it to a certain degree. However, a lot of it's my biggest statement, it's all between the ears. I had that trademark, by the way. And I did different things to beat it. Basically, when I was in high school, I was on cross country. I was on a cross country team for like 3 days. I couldn't even run a mile, but I tried. And my doctor said that I'm never going to be able to run long distances, yada, yada, yada. However, up to date, I ran 58 marathons without training. So I defeated the odds on that. And I do still take medication over it. However, I don't let it control my life. And when I'm running the marathons, I act like that I've been training. And it's all between the ears. It's all between the ears and your mind of how you're going to have a good day or a bad day. And we determine our own destiny. A lot of people want to, blame others and whatnot. We look in the mirror. We got to be responsible and get out of the denial mode and make things happen every single day. I'm an MIH graduate. That is make it happen. And I only hang around MIH graduates in my life.
I love that. Well, so make it happen. What is that exactly?
That is basically, like I said before, it's all between the ears is trademarked. And a lot of being in the business of sales throughout my life, a lot of the sales guys, they want to blame on others and don't want to take responsibility. And the bottom line is once you face your responsibilities and look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, there's some things I need to improve on. And once you get out of the denial mode and take the responsibility, like I said, you will go a long way. And the only way to do that is be an MIH graduate and make things happen. If you don't make things happen, you're not going to go anywhere in life. And all you're doing is depending on other people and making excuses. That's not the way to be.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. So you mentioned growing up, asthma was really affecting you in your childhood. So you weren't really able to play much sports, or?
That is correct. I wasn't able to play much sports until I was probably in 10th grade. I played a little bit of tennis with friends of mine. But other than that, I didn't have a lot of friends growing up because everybody went out playing around in the neighborhood, in elementary school, recess and things like that. And that's where you start gaining your friendships at a young age. And I was in the house a lot because I was just a sick child. And it was just very unfortunate. My parents still smoked cigarettes at the time. Back then, it wasn't like, oh, no big deal smoking cigarettes. And they smoked after I got home from the hospital. It just wasn't a big thing like seatbelts back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
if you were at home, what were you doing then? What were you into since you couldn't really play outside in the neighborhood or in school at recess?
Watching I Dream of Jeannie, The Brady Bunch, Dennis the Menace, The Price is Right.
So a lot of TV. I can see you liking Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, type A, right?
Yeah. I actually
Only way to be.
Yeah, I actually put the movie on for my little ones. When was it? I think was it over Christmas break, and they really loved it. Yeah, the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great movie. So,
but I had homework being delivered to me and things like that. But I was on the honor society throughout my junior high school year. I got things done. I had to do it from home, but I got things done, and I was organized. And that's the key. You stay on top of it every single day, just like today in business. If you stay on top of things, having the Zig Ziglar theory, and his theory is if you get all your work done from today before you go on vacation, you know how everybody gets things done before they go on vacation. If you have that attitude every single day, get everything done. So the next day you have everything off your desk and ready to go, fresh. That's the key to success right there. The Zig Ziglar theory. Act like it's the last day before vacation. Get everything done. Next day, you got a clean plate, and let's do it again. That is key. That is key.
So you were implementing this already in high school?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay. So you said honor roll student, good grades and everything?
Everything throughout the whole process. Yes.
Okay. And then, so once you graduated from high school, I know you mentioned you attended College Park, University of Maryland here. Did you know right away what did you want to go into and major, or?
No, not really. Believe it or not, I tried to be a Prince George's County police cop. And
Really?
I tried out for it. I passed the test, but I couldn't pass the background check with health. They saw that I was an asthmatic, and things happen for a reason in life. And when they did the background check with my doctors and I was an asthmatic, they did not want to take me. So I said, okay, that's okay. So after I did that, I went to Maryland and was in business, because I was always the kid on the streets, man, rolling dice on the street, hustling, bustling, playing some pool, trying to get people into playing, gambling on things and this and that. And I was a hustler. So the bottom line is, if you're a good hustler, you're good in sales, you transfer the belief. If you can transfer your belief to somebody else, you're going to be a winner in sales. And so I worked while I was going to college, and I was working for a telemarketing company. So I pushed myself through college, and which a lot of people don't do now. My son's in his third year of college, and between my credit card and me and paying for everything, he's like living the dream. You know what I mean? So that's okay.
Andrew, I'm curious, since most of your childhood was more inside watching TV, since you couldn't really be outside due to health reasons, but then during high school, you said you started going outside. So was it already innate in you as far as that social aspect?
It's in your blood about the social aspect. I didn't realize it back then, but yes, I was being in the house so much, didn't have a lot of friends. So, I felt bad, and I was trying to make friends and starting to do things slowly. And it just, if you're a sales guy and you have it in your blood, things are just going to flow. So I, started making friends, started doing things. I just started a lot later in life.
Okay. Okay. So you were comfortable afterward, once you were out and you were able to do your thing, and then you started hustling and doing things, gambling.
Doing a little gambling. Wasn't living my life on gambling, but I was having fun. It was like, it was energy.
Sure.
I stayed away from the drugs. I stayed away from the alcohol. The only addictions I have was trying to do some hustling and eating. That's basically it.
And this was you in high school, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the way to college. And I knew I was type A. Everybody knows I was type A after I got out. I think I'm so type A now just because I was in for so long. It's like people say, hey, man, you need to calm down. Too many coffees. Let's calm it down. But the problem is, man, it's just passion. It's the persistence. I'm working 24/7. It doesn't make any difference. And I advertise my business 24/7, 365. And that's a fact. Christmas Day, we had some calls coming in, got them covered. We do what we have to do. And we'll get to that later on in the show about customer satisfaction.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so you enter College Park, and right away you want to get into business. So you major in business there?
And criminal justice as well. So first couple of years I wasn't sure, because in my background I wanted to be a police guy. So I knew that wasn't really going to happen. So just business took over, and just stayed with that. Got out of college, worked for a company, turned it from a $1 million mom and pop operation to a $4 million operation in about a year and a half.
Andrew, hold on one second. Before we go there, that's very interesting. I'm interested to hear those numbers. You mentioned in college you started working in telemarketing, correct?
Correct. Selling magazine subscriptions.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. So you were calling people at their home, at their house, and saying that you wanted to sell them newspaper or magazine subscription or something like that?
Renewing their subscriptions.
Okay. And that was your first sort of sales job, technically?
Yes. And I learned a lot from that because basically, you're selling over the phone. They hear how your volume and your voice, the passion you have in your voice, and you got to transfer it over. And I was one of the top reps in the telemarketing. It was called Times Journal Telemarketing Company right in College Park off of Knox Road. And had a good time. And we were calling up to, 11 o'clock at night because there's 3 hours back for the West Coast. So I did that all throughout college and just had a great time doing it.
It reminds me, I think I did a post earlier about same thing. I was doing a lot of cold calling in college. I was in College Park, and I don't know if they still have the Diamondback, the newspaper.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Diamondback.
So I found a classified ad there from an investment bank with offices here in Bethesda, and they were looking for interns. So I call them, then I go to the interview, and I come to find out it's basically you're telemarketing, you're cold calling. It was for wealth advisors. And you're calling, affluent people. But that taught me so much, making hundreds of calls each day. We were in a small little room, probably smaller than your office, at least 4 to 6 college guys, all from different colleges, some going to GW, AU, Georgetown, a few from College Park. And we're just pounding the phone. And this is before they had all these automatic dialers now. But we're just physically just dialing. Yeah. Just dialing hundreds of calls, and it was quite an experience. Even to this day, I value it. Yes,
I can dial quick. Nowadays too.
and they would tell me, they were like, just think you're putting in the ATM. You're putting in the ATM number. That's what I'm giving you. It's an ATM number, and just pick up the phone and put that ATM number in.
Yep. Talking about ATM, I use that a lot in sales and life. You can't deposit excuses. Can't deposit excuses in an ATM, and I have a picture of an ATM on the wall in my sales room.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay. So you learned telemarketing in College Park when you're working with that company. Then you come out and you said you go to this company, you take it. It was doing 1 million and it goes to 4. What was that, and what was your role there?
My role was running the whole operation. They knew I just got out of college, and basically when they interviewed me, they saw that I had something. They probably thought more of positive about me doing it than I did, but it's the old fake it till you make it. I always have it on my desk, is right here. You fake it till you make it, baby. And I was faking it till I was making it. And once I got comfortable, I just took over from there. So I ran the advertising. I ran from the cold calling. With the cold calling, we used to call it boiler rooms. Have you seen that movie Boiler Room, by the way?
Yeah, I did, of course, with Wall Street. So did you start off in the boiler room cold calling? Is that how you started once you graduated from Maryland?
I started running the program for the company.
Okay.
I ran 30 telemarketers. And
so you immediately came in with that role as managing 30 people.
Oh, yeah. When I came about, I told them this is what I can do. And I just had the old fake it till you make it inside. And I just came across being strong with it. And I took over. I was blessed. Took over and the top position there and just started making it happen. It was a mom and pop operation.
What were you selling? What did the company
home
do?
Improvement, kitchens, baths, windows, decks.
Okay. So like a home remodeling company.
Yes.
Okay. So you're calling homeowners there? Where are you getting your list?
Haynes directory. It's called a Haynes directory, getting your list. You didn't have to have a scrubbed list like you do nowadays. So we were just dialing and smiling, man, and just making sure. I used to get on the phones with them when they had a rough day. Oh, I can't do this. I said, let me take care of it. I challenged them and made appointments right then and there. You have to lead by example. That's the bottom line. You got to get your hands dirty. And if you don't get your hands dirty, they're not going to respect you. That's the bottom line.
So it was a local company?
It was in Forestville, Maryland, PG County, yeah.
Okay, so you come in and it's doing 1 million in revenue. You come out of college and they're telling you, okay, your role here is to manage these 30 salespeople in this boiler room, and we obviously need to increase sales, right?
They didn't have that at the time. I brought the 30 telemarketers in, and I had about 7 salespeople. So I was running a boiler room and running a sales force at once.
Okay. Okay, so part of your role was actually expanding to Salesforce then. Okay, I understand.
Correct.
Okay.
That's why it went to 1 million to 4 million. It's a numbers game. You have to increase calls. You have to increase leads. You have to increase the sales, and it's all a numbers game.
Okay. And was that in what period of time that it went from 1 to 4?
Within 2-year period.
Wow, that's great. Okay.
Yep. Within 2-year period.
And you were there for how long, Andrew?
I was there about 3 years.
Okay.
What happens is the old owner gets a little greedy. They want to start doing this, doing that, and agree with it. So I said, "Oh, time for me to go bye-bye." It's, and we'll get to that as well about ownership and spreading the wealth instead of putting everything in your pocket. Spread your wealth with your employees. If you Zig Ziglar again, if you help people get what they want, you'll get with what you want, and stop being greedy. And a lot of these owners out here in this world, they're so greedy. It's ridiculous. It really upsets me.
Yeah, I see that. I see that a lot.
Yeah.
Especially in the commercial real estate world, you see that.
Yeah, and it's so ridiculous.
In all business.
The old saying, a lot of owners don't want to say, hey, to the sales guy, hey, if you're making money, you're making me money. And a lot of these owners, well, they want to cut payments, they want to cut commissions, they want to cut from the crews. We have a good time. I had a mentor who passed away about 8 years ago, and he was all about motivation. A lot of Zig Ziglar was within him. And if you help people get what they want, you will get what you want. And it just spreads. It's infectious. And we have a great time. We have a great time when we're here. We roll dice. If they sell a job for the next day, I give them 3 rolls. So I'm giving out $3,000 cash in the sales meetings. What better than it for sales guys to have Frank walk away with cash in a sales meeting? Are you kidding me? And I get it in return. They sell $50,000 that night after sales. It's like, let's go. This interview is going to be a little bit different than from your other interviews because I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a passionate individual, and some people like it. Some people don't like it. People know me. They know I have a heart. I wear my heart on my sleeves, but I can be overcoming as well. Same with anybody else. But
I love
it is what it is.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you.
It is what it is. That's the bottom line.
You're one of a kind, Andrew.
One of a kind, man. Christmas party, buddy. I sing and do the whole 9 yards. But and to sing on the phones, and I sing in sales doing TOs. That's called takeovers. If you help people get what they want, close these deals, you're going to get what you want, man. So I got the microphone on the phones. Let's close some deals, baby. Props.
Oh,
I love
God.
props. I love props. I love props.
I can see that. You're probably very good in karaoke, too.
I'm a terrible singer, but I act like at the time I'm the best singer. So I just say, hey, this is me. Let's go. But if you have a good sales game on and say, hey, this sounds good, this and that, the customers, the people will start believing that you're good. Not the customers, the crowd will believe you're good. It's how you portray yourself. If you want to portray yourself as a winner and positive and get things done, people are going to follow you. People are going to follow you from behind. If you're negative and you're just nasty in life and you're unhappy, you're going to have unhappy people following you. And that's what it was at my last position. It was just very negative, and people were unfollowing each other. And some people love that negative stuff. No, I got to get away from that. I got to get away. You got to surround your people who are happy. It's contagious. Make money and move on. That's why in the 3 years that I've done in business, we can go over this later if you like. It just comes to you. It's been a blessing.
I love that. And it's so true. It's all about that positive energy, the enthusiasm, and the work environment. It's critical. Enthusiasm
sells. Bottom line, enthusiasm sells.
Andrew, going back then, when you took that company from 1 to 4, you were there for 3 years. Were you sort of just management role? Did you have any equity stake back then, or?
No, I was just a kid out of college, man. But a kid out of college paying me $40,000. This is back in 1988, 89, making $40,000 plus bonus. I was making about $70,000 for a kid out of college. That's pretty good. That's probably 125 nowadays, 130. Mm-hmm. So to me, I was like, oh, I'm rich, man. Let's do this. Let's do that. And let's have a good time. The bottom line is back then,
Sure.
So
you leave there because of the greediness. And then what happens next?
I go to another company.
Doing similar things? Okay.
Waterproofing business. And I was there 25 years.
Wow.
So at this time, up to this point, 2 jobs in my life. That's it. 25 years.
That's a long time. You don't see that much nowadays.
No. So it's just loyalty. And every day I was there, I act like that. I was the owner. I took very much responsibility. and didn't make any excuses. In your mind, whatever you do, if you're working for somebody or you're working for yourself or whatever, you have to have your mindset that, you know what, I'm the owner of this company. I'm protecting this company. I'm here about this. I'm here about that. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it like it was my own business. And if you have that in life, you're going to be very successful. It's simple as that. It's not that hard out here. People make it complicated.
You come to this company, you were there for 25 years. You come in at what role? A salesperson, or are you managing managing a team there, or?
I came in as a lead generation manager for 2 months. Then I became the general manager. Then 6 months later, I become the regional manager, covering our Virginia office, DC, and Maryland.
And then a regional manager, you're overseeing how many people back then? Do you remember?
The Virginia office covered DC, Maryland, probably 50 people overall,
Okay.
plus making sure my departments, my production department, my marketing department, my sales department, everybody was doing their job in the Maryland location and the Virginia location.
Okay. All right.
Wow. I used to get at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. A lot of times leave at 10 o'clock at night.
And this is you being as your role as a regional manager.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Did you move that fast from when you started to becoming regional, or what was that?
6 months. That's it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
6 months.
And
again, owner mentality, being proficient, living the dream, living the life, making it happen, putting the hours in. No one can touch you if you're putting the hours in, putting everything in your heart, producing record numbers. Sorry about this phone here. Producing record numbers year after year after year. No one can touch you. It's like a football team. You keep on going to the championship, everything's good. You're a hero. But if you don't be consistent, you can be a zero very easy. You can be a hero to a zero very, very easy in life. And that's sales. You can be a hero 1 month, a zero the next month. That's why having a good sales team, consistency is the key to it all. And basically being consistent in a sales force is is a major role of success. You have to be consistent. The biggest problem in sales is roller coaster ride, and you got to stay on top of the hill, not on the bottom of the hill.
how can someone be consistent?
By working with them every day, them believing in themselves every single day. That's one of the most important things. You have to run a sales force like the most important people in the world. And that's a lot of people don't understand, from management to owners. They got to feel like, you know what, I can sell anybody. I can do whatever I need to do, and I know I'm going to succeed. And you got to put it within their minds every single day and respect them and appreciate what they do every single day and make them feel like, yes, I can do anything. And if they feel like that every single day, they're going to close 50%. They're going to close 50%. That's what our guys are doing right now. We're closing 50% right now. A lot of people don't believe us, and that's great. When you start getting successful, you get your haters out there, you get your skeptical people out there. And the bottom line, that's great. I don't want to deal with those people. I have a small circle around me, and I keep it that way. All positive, all about making the customers happy, the sales guys happy. And you do all that, you're going to be successful in life, and not have any issues at all.
Now, you said you're closing about 50. So typically in your industry, for what you do, what is the typical closing percentage?
20 to 25%.
Okay. So you're almost doubling or tripling.
Easily doubling. Doubling.
Okay. So you said is belief, basically, right?
It's all about belief. And you're selling. Selling is a transfer of belief. That's the definition of selling. Selling is a transfer of belief from me to my sales guys, to homeowners.
Now,
there's no reason when my guys go into a house, they should buy from somebody else but us. We have everything to back it up, proven technology, proven results, proven guarantees, proven everything. There's no reason at all they should buy from somebody else.
Now, besides belief, I'm sure there has to be some kind of training component to it, so they know what they're offering and everything else, correct?
Correct. We have weekly sales meetings. We have new technology. We have new implementation of benefits. There's different ways of selling, and it's called the Ben Franklin close. It's basically a line like this and a straight line down there. The positives, what you can do, versus the negatives or other options that other companies can't do, but you can do. So there's a positive and there's a negative, and you break it down. And the thing in life, you break it down within yourselves as well. There's positives or negatives, and you got to stay on the positive side. Remember Gazoo for the Flintstones, the little Gazoo?
Yes.
Yeah, bad Gazoo gets in your ear, and they start talking. He starts talking to you. You gotta get that bad Gazoo out of your ears, and have the positive on yourself. And if you do that, there's nothing to worry about. It's not that difficult. We cause our own issues in our life. We cause our own.
I agree. So your salespeople are going in, and you said they're closing about 50% of the meetings when they go into people's homes. Is that how it's typically? They go into people's home?
Go into somebody's home to pre-qualify, confirm leads. They do a 10-point inspection from the inside and outside. Let them know basically how their house is structured. Let them know how water and dampness and mold and mildew gets into your home, and how we can solve the issue with our lifetime guarantee transferable to the next owner. And my famous line is, because you get these people that say, well, you're double, you're a lot higher than these other companies. And my famous line is, if you buy price, you're going to buy twice. That is the bottom line. And we install a lot of other companies' systems because they fail. And everybody wants to buy price in this world. If you buy price, you're going to be buying twice. Bottom line.
So you're definitely not the cheapest in the market then?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm proud to say that. I'm proud to say that. No. And if you're a great salesman, you don't want to be the cheapest. You can work at McDonald's and get on the carry out sign and get a yes every single time. You want to make that kind of money in McDonald's and get a yes every time, give them their fries and they say thank you, God bless. Go work over there. If you want to close and make some serious money, prices go up, your commissions go up. It's sales. Sales 101. Satisfaction is our number one priority, and that's our tagline. Strength is our foundation. Best Buy Waterproofing. Strength is our foundation. Best Buy Design Build. We're committed to excellence. And customer satisfaction is my number one priority. And you have all those three things together, it's like cooking a nice stew. And everything comes together and it tastes so good, especially crab stew. That's where it's all at. It's not that difficult. We cause your own issues. I'll be saying that over and over and over. This is a sales lesson, Otto. This is a sales lesson right now. And again, you see how excited I am. I love what I do. I did 2.8 million my first year. Second million at 3.8 million, and we did almost $5 million my third year. You think that just comes? No, it's about passion and buying right here, buying yourself. They buy you. Selling is a transfer of belief. Bottom line, we said that earlier. That's it. This is a sales lesson, my man. You're going to make more money after this video. Unbelievable. You're going to be leasing everybody, selling people. You're going to get into the housing market. Come on and work for me, buddy, because you're a good sales guy. Let's go. Part-time, baby. Yeah.
I love it, Andrew. Andrew, going back, so with this company for 25 years, you become regional manager, you're overseeing over 50 people. Now, every company's different. Obviously, you're all about growth, and I understand that. But sometimes you come across people, they maybe do not want to invest on whatever it is that you have in mind. Have you come across anything like that?
Of course. That's why you give them the tools that we have. We have financing options. I can't afford it right now. Christmas time is coming. Santa Claus is going to take my money. Or tax time, the I and the R and the S, as Grant Cardone says, if anybody knows about Grant Cardone, the bottom line is with this, and that's my famous line, the bottom line is with that. You give them the tools. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, here it is in January. We'll give you free money for 18 months. No interest, no payments. Give me the other objection. What's there to not commit to today now? I'm giving you free money for 18 months, no interest and no payments. Doesn't that sound good to you? Give me an objection. I'll give you the answer.
What's after the 18 months? What's the interest rate?
If they want to pay it off within the 18 months, it's zero.
Okay.
They pay it off after the 18 months, it goes up to 24%. Banks want you to pay it afterwards. We let the homeowners know that. Or we have a 0% for 5 years. And you make the payments throughout the 5-year period, but I'm giving them 0%. Free money as well in a minimum payment. So $150 a month, 5 years, zero interest. You can't beat that. So you have the tools and you have the arsenal in your background to have people buy. This is more of a sales lesson we're doing today, Otto, than anything else. And I hope people who are in sales can take something out of this, because that's where it's at. It's all between the ears. You give them the tools. We have all, I'm on the board member with the Better Business Bureau. I'm on the board. I'm proud to be on the board. What a great organization. Angie Barnett and the Better Business Bureau in Baltimore, Maryland. They do a great job, and on the board, I'm on the board as well. And I'm very proud of that. And we've come a long way. It's been 2 years now. And if you have great credentials and everybody knows you do good work, and you have a happy sales team at meetings, making cash, making big money on a part-time job as well, and the customers are being taken care of, that's business. You can't go wrong. Right?
Right.
That's it. It's simple as that. ABC. When we get out of bed in the morning, it's ABC. Always be closing. When we get up to wherever we go, we're closing everybody. People don't like gas prices. They go this, they do that. They want to feel good that they got something better than just ordinary. So you get these ordinary companies that come in, give you a sales pitch, blah, 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 blah. We actually explain to people how their house was built and how you're in the clay bowl and how water gets into your walls to hide static pressure. And we teach them. We teach to our homeowners so they understand. So when we're doing the job, they understand from A to Z. Then I give them a survey at the end, being satisfied, and it's always extremely satisfied. If it's just satisfied, I give them a call myself. I say, we got a little issue here, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. You're only satisfied. That's not good enough for me. You need to be extremely satisfied. And basically what I do, let me get this real quick. Here's a survey. I don't know how much you can see. And it's a survey basically, and they better be on this side of extremely satisfied. That's the bottom line. Then I tell them, please write us a nice review. And I really would appreciate that. And they do. And again, happy customer. It's like happy wife, happy life. Happy customer, happy life. Bottom line. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's all about the customer. Without customers, we don't have a job. And I hear all these people, this customer, this customer, that. These customers is why we're employed. People, and I've been around so many people who complain about customers. They keep us working. Get with it, people.
I agree 100%. It is all about the customer in the end.
It's crazy how people are out here complaining and they're putting food on your table. So that's why I have the theory about customer satisfaction is my number one priority. I don't have one complaint. Look me up in Google. Look me up in Angie's List, Home Advisor, Yelp, anywhere, any place. The Better Business Bureau, you won't see it. Because what you're seeing right here with this passion that I'm giving you right now is what I give to my customers. And I feel so good, and I'm happy to do this compared to where I was before.
Andrew, I know you're a type of person, you're an owner and operator that's going to invest in your company, invest in your people. Before establishing your own company, you worked at two, you mentioned. Have you come across whether owners or something that felt differently the way you feel now, you running your own ship, as far as maybe not wanting to invest in the people and the team in this to grow the revenue for the company or whatever it may be? And if so, how did you deal with that?
After seeing what I'm seeing now, and I don't want to be negative towards anybody and where I was from and everything else, you see a new light, and it's a light at the end of the tunnel when I have my team here. And what I had before, I was putting out a lot of fires, and I was putting a lot of complaints, and it wasn't about the customer, and it wasn't about the employees. And it just got to the point, it was bad every single day, and it wasn't good. So things happen for a reason in life. God is good. And what happened was I got fired. After 25 years, they didn't want to pay me anymore. And it was like relief. I'm out of prison. I went, hallelujah, I'm out of here. Even though it was 25 years of my life. And that's what I said. Everybody was telling me that I should be starting my own business for like years and years and years. And it just didn't happen. So after that, my mom passed away. I had 2 eye surgeries. And I said, you know what, let me just start while I'm sitting on the couch here. Just like I sit on the couch if the Ravens don't win the playoffs, whatever, and I'm watching the Super Bowl with so many other teams and whatnot. I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm basically putting the company together and didn't know what was going to happen. And God just followed me and just led me and just said, you know what, this is going to be you. And never knew what I would be here today talking to you about the success of Best Buy Waterproofing and Best Buy Design Build. It's just been unbelievable. And I take what I learned previously. I don't want to repeat certain things that I learned previously. And all I want to do is make a homeowner happy and doing the right thing for my people. That's the bottom line, because the customers are like family. My employees are like family. And if you have that mentality, sky is the limit. The sky is the limit.
You were with the company for 25 years, and it sounds like you weren't very happy towards the end. I don't know if it was the whole time there. I believe things happened for a reason, just like you said, and it was a blessing in disguise. But what made you then not leave? Because you could have always left, right? And it came to, you said you were fired, and then that was sort of the moment that you took. But why not leave before then, if you were that unhappy?
I don't really want to talk about my personal life, but I was married before, and my ex-wife said, you know what, you're too old to be starting your own company. You're making decent money here. And I just sat rotting away, not learning anything more, and just was really unhappy for the last 10 years. My mentor, one of the owners, passed away, and he was my mentor. And after he passed away, the company started going down the hill.
That's when things changed?
Things changed drastically.
Okay.
Then when I got fired, I was going through a divorce as well. And this is what motivates me today, because my ex-wife just kept on saying, I'm too old. Well, you know what? I'm not too old.
It's never too old.
I'm going on 55 years old, and I'm starting my life over again. I'm having a great time and a great rally, and I hear her voice every single day. That's why I'm successful, because I hear her voice every day. And I met the woman of my dreams, been married, a South African, been married a year and a half. She's the most wonderful. She comes to the cigar place with me. She smokes with me. She backs me up. And she says, man, you got a 25-year-old heart the way you're talking. I said, that's right, I do. And I God bless her. She needs a medal, because, you know, here I am. You know how high passion I am. Doesn't matter if it's midnight or now. This is what you get. Bottom line. So I'm making good money, but money's not everything. It's about your customers and your family here. And my sales guys, if I tell them to go to New York right now to pick up a check at 10 o'clock at night, no questions asked, they'll do it. They'll do it. No doubt about it. And that's what you live for. That's what you live for people doing whatever they can do for you, as they know I'll do for them. Bottom line, don't be greedy. So many greedy people out here. Do the right thing. Treat your employees like their family. Treat your customers like their family. If you do the right thing, you'll be fine. And unfortunately, a lot of people just don't do it. And it's sad. It's very sad.
Now, there are a lot of naysayers. One of them was your ex-wife, and I'm sure there was others as well. What advice would you give someone, Andrew, who came to you and said, hey, I want to start out my own business, whether it's waterproofing, whether it's any type of business?
You better have the time, the passion, and support to a certain degree to do it. And it's something that you must love to do. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. I don't care if it's 10 o'clock at night, me sitting at a cigar place at 10 o'clock in the morning. Whatever the case may be, you better have your heart. You better have your goals. You better be a passionate person. You better have good work ethics. Because if you don't have that, and I've heard some of your other podcasts, they've been great, by the way. But the point of it is, you better have the passion. Passion comes in the blood. You can't teach passion. You either got it, you don't have it. You better have the passion. You better have the know-how. You better have the time, and you better have somewhat of the knowledge. And if you don't have all those combinations, it's not going to happen. People think it's easy running a business. It's not easy. It's not easy. However, it's fun. If somebody knows what they're doing and having a good time, it's fun. I enjoy it.
So you're in a much better place now than you were back then, just sort of collecting that paycheck, and your ex-wife was telling you to stay put, and you were comfortable living a comfortable life.
I was bored. I was bored for the last 10 years. I was bored. We became roommates. My job became a roommate, you could say. I was still putting the time in, because that's how I am, a loyal individual. But I was bored. I had no growth. And there was so much for me to bloom like grass. See, you fertilize that grass, you bloom. I didn't have any fertilization from my personal life to my professional life. The last 10 years, it was just like blah, 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 blah. And you have to explore, get out of your comfort zone. It's another thing. You're only going to, just like growing grass and being and fertilizing, you got to get out of your comfort zone every single day. If you don't want to get out of your comfort zone and you're comfortable, you're just going to fade away. You're just going to fade and rot away. And you can't do that. You have to get out of your comfort zone to be successful. Bottom bottom line.
You were mentioning a cigar a couple times already in this episode, and I know you're a big cigar smoker, but I didn't know your background as far as your asthma and everything growing up as a child.
Yeah, I'm smoking cigars and I'm an asthmatic. But in the meantime, when I'm smoking that cigar, I think I'm not an asthmatic. Oh, I'm not an asthmatic. I'm not inhaling, but it's still not good. Just like President Clinton, you know, he didn't inhale, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. But the bottom line is, in his President Clinton's mind, he didn't do anything. He was doing there. So he got busted, and he said to the American people, I did not have sexual relations without yada, yada, whatever. You got busted, buddy. But the point of it is, just like running marathons, I act like that I'm training. When I'm smoking cigars, I have a cat. My dad was alive. He'd be saying, no way. I have a Russian blue, and you're not supposed to, it's supposed to be, you know, non-allergic to it, yada, yada, yada. And I took the chance of doing it because I said, I'm going to beat it. I'm going to beat it. I've had it for 3 years. I beat it. I don't have any issues with the Russian blue. My family can't believe it. It's all right here, man. It's all right here. So when I'm at the cigars, smoking cigars, I'm working constantly. I have my printer there. People say, this is your second office here. But I've met so many unbelievable people there. And having your business is like a networking event. I've done over $500,000 in the last 2 years off my cigar referrals from realtors, people in their own business. And once you do a good job, they just refer you. I lower my price a little bit, just like I do for realtors, because the more realtors you get, the more quicker business you get. I have no problem giving discounts to it, more of a discount. And it just comes back to reward you. And I have people in a cigar place taking advantage of this $500 referral fee. Shit, they're not even working. They're getting money from me, and that's a part-time job in retirement. They're loving life. I'm getting more free cigars out of there because they say, hey, man, you took care of this customer. Here's a cigar. Here's a cigar. But I met so many nice people in these cigar places. It's just been incredible. Never thought this would happen in a million years, because they were there when I got fired. They were there when I was going through a divorce. They were there when I had 2 detached retinas. My mom passed, everything else was going, and I started my company and doing things from that cigar place. And this year, since the coronavirus, I was supposed to take everybody on a trip. We decided not to because how it's spiking up. So I had 2 cigar parties, brought it to the cigar place. We had it for pre-Christmas, and we had it for pre-New Year's. I had it catered, had everybody there, my friends, because they're like family. We had a great time. I paid for it all. Money's money. Money will come back to you. Again, you help people get what they want. You'll get what you want. It comes back to you. It comes back to you. Don't be greedy. Don't be selfish. Open your heart. Open your hands. Open your knowledge. If you think you can't learn anymore, go home. Go home, sleep in the garage. Not going to happen. I learn every single day. Everybody needs to have that attitude, because if you stop learning every day, you might as well have dead grass. No fertilization. Let's go back to that again.
So you would take your printer to the cigar place and you would actually start working there.
Yeah, print out my contracts, print out my paperwork, so I don't get behind. So yes, I do it all the time. People are laughing at me. I'm a person who tries to do what I have to do to help people. The cigar place didn't have a microwave. I got hungry. I said, it's ridiculous. I bought a microwave. They didn't have I like ice in my drink, so I bought them an ice cube machine. I wanted to feel like home and comfortable, so when I go there, I got everything there. So I have my own little section there now. They have for me my chair, my table, got my ice maker, got my microwave. I told them I put a dishwasher in that sucker, but then they was like, no way, we're not doing that. But you got to think big in life. You got to think big. You got to get out of your comfort zone. Without thinking big, you're zero. That's the bottom line. People don't do that. People don't do that. They think they're entitled. Most of the people think they're entitled in this world.
Now, if you believe that there's a big problem right now in the job market as far as, people lacking motivation or hustle or work ethic, what do you think we can do? Or is there anything?
They first need to fess up, and it's very hard. They look in that mirror every day. See what this says? It's all between the ears.
Yes.
When you open this up and see yourself in the mirror, they got to say, you know what? I have some learning to do. And this is what I'm willing to do. And I'm willing to get out of bed early in the morning. And I'm willing to sacrifice. And without sacrifice, without getting out of bed, it's no sense having the mirror in front of your face. And over 50%, just my opinion, over 50% of people don't have that attitude. They just don't have it. And again, it's about thinking big, between the ears. You see this? I'm an MAH graduate. I wear this all the time. It's all between the ears. I wear this all the time.
Andrew,
you gotta believe it. You gotta see it. You gotta believe it.
Let's say someone listening to this is actually working for a company, and they're not putting the time or the money or effort to their employees. Is there some?
Fire them.
No. This is an employee saying this about the company. The company is not providing certain things.
Well, they need to leave.
So leave.
They think that that's it. You leave. If they feel like it's not providing certain things, you have a meeting with them, you have a talk to them, and if they feel it's not providing simple things, you're not going to last there ever. You're not going to last there. But the key is, are you providing the things that the company is not providing? That's the key. A lot of people don't realize that. That's the key.
They don't look within themselves first.
That's it. So they're always putting it on somebody else. It's the company. It's this, it's that.
They blame it on other people. Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. So when they go to company to company to company, there's always a track record for everything. And all of a sudden, maybe this, once in a while you'll get that. Well, it is me. It is me. Hey, I was in a marriage 20 years. I had to look myself in the mirror, and I wasn't the best husband. And I take 75% responsibility in that because I lived for my job. And it is what it is. All I can know is take the positive for what I did and apply it to my new marriage. And it's night and day because I took responsibility. And I'll tell everybody that. And I tell everybody that. 75% responsible. I was miserable working for somebody for 10 years and it was bad. And I wasn't a happy person. And things happen for a reason. I'm type A, she's type C, my ex. And if somebody really wants to support you being married and do everything, they'll say, you know what, follow your dreams. If you want to start your own company, I don't care if you're 80 years old. You start your own company because that's what makes you happy. When somebody's telling me I'm too old to start my company, I'm fighting. I'm going out there. And that's why I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back. So what I did is I put her cell phone number on my business number. I have 844-980-3707. That's my business number. Her cell phone without the 844 is our cell phone. So, hey, she can see it all every time on the trucks. She can see everything. Everything happens for a reason. She was in our yoga building. There's yoga below us since you sold me the lease here. She was coming here, didn't know Best Buy Waterproofing was me until we finalized her divorce. Things happen for a reason. It's called karma. She's a great mother. I'll do whatever I can for her because she's a great mother. That's the bottom line. Things happen for a reason, though. Karma. The business I was with for 25 years, out of business. Things happen.
Andrew.
Track records.
Knowing with your marriage, in respect to your marriage, you said it was 75% your fault. Well, what are you doing differently now? Or what could have you done differently back then? I know you said you were just living for your job and work.
I wasn't being there for my child. I wasn't being there for my wife at the time. I was letting the job get to me mentally. And I didn't look in the mirror back then until I lost everything. And that opened my eyes up and that's why I'm talking to you right now. If I can do this, anybody can do this if they have it within them. And I didn't do the right thing. I wasn't home like I should have been home. I was worried about the next sale that was going to come up if it wasn't good enough for the owners. Had a knot in my stomach at all times. But it provided me at the time a good living for my family to do what we had to do. But I wasn't happy and I was miserable. Then the home life became that. And I shouldn't have been like that. And I take responsibility. I take responsibility in that. And I tell her that. And I told her that. And I tell my new South African princess of that. And she understands. But she will say she deserves a medal. Because look at you get right here, man. I'm high octane, man. I'm 94% octane that goes in your gas tank right now. Bottom line, baby. Bottom line.
You were mentioning
people are going to look at this video and say, man, this guy's crazy. But you know what? I'm trying to prove to everybody. And it's not really proving everybody. I just want everybody to know if I can do it, you can do it. You saw me when I didn't have one sale under my belt back in April 17. I leased the space that you provided for me. I didn't have one sale under my belt. I gambled. I thought it all comes to fruition. I gambled. Didn't have a sale under my belt. I thought big. I felt positive. Everything came together. And I had my first sale came in like in October that year. So it's August, September, October, November. I don't know if it was April or August. I think it was August. So it said 3 months, no deals. But I still looked because I knew the light was into the tunnel because I knew what I was about. And look at me now. I just rented another space from you.
Yeah.
And you do a great job of that. People who looking for space need to come to you, my man, because you take care of people. And we worked out a deal with the lighting outside and everything that I never thought could happen. And I praise you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Andrew. That's what I was going to say. I was saying, look at you now. We went from that space. You more than doubled, expanded, and now you have the name in the building, on the building.
People think I own the building. But I'm honest. I tell them, yeah, I'm renting. That's okay. But hey, I had the yoga owner come to me last week. Why is your name on the building? I've been here 30 years. And I was respectful to her. This comes back to selling. I said, ma'am, it's called ABC. And if you don't ABC, you're going to get what you believe. What's ABC? Always be closing. So to make her feel better, I just said, I spent a lot of money on that sign outside. I don't think you would want to spend that kind of money. Oh, okay. And then she went away. Hey, it is what it is. But we got the one. There's always one in every crowd. She came on up here.
Andrew, you just mentioned when we met, you had this under your belt with the new company, right? Zero. And now, how many years later?
Three, going on 4 years.
4 years later, your company closed this year, 2020, at how much in revenue?
4.9 million.
Just under $5 million in a 3 to 4 year time span. What do you think? What did you do to go from zero to basically, let's call it 5 million in 36, 48 months?
Are you there?
I'm here.
Believe in yourself. Take what you learned over the last 30 years and apply it. Back to Zig Ziglar, man. If you help people get what they want, you'll get what you want in life. And that's all I've done. And I never looked back. First, when you met me and we came in here and got the lease, a couple months go by and get a sale, I was questioning myself a little bit. But I kept on thinking about the ex-wife. You're too old. You're too old. I said, okay, let's go. Let's go. And here I am, man. I'm too old, but I'm feeling good. 25-year-old heart and making it happen. And there's no looking back. I just want to help people. And I just want my team here. I have a select circle now because when I had a lot of close friends from 25 years, when I got fired, they all ran away from me. Then they heard I had my own business and they all started calling me. I don't have time for that. I have a select circle of friends. That's the key. You're either in the circle or out of your circle. What's that movie called? There's a movie called about being in the circle. I forgot the name of the movie.
Who's in it?
De Niro.
Robert De Niro. Is it new or old?
Old. It's
is it one of the mafia or mob movies or no?
Nah.
No. Okay. All
no.
right.
Oh, it's a tip of my tongue, but whatever.
Okay.
Being in your inner circle. I think it was what's his name? Stiller. Ben Stiller in the movie as well.
Oh, so it was a comedy. Oh,
yeah.
What is it called? No, is that one? Did you meet her parents or no?
Yeah. Meet the parents.
Meet the parents.
Yes.
Meet the parents. Okay.
You're either in the circle or out of the circle, my man. And
he's driving an RV, right? Is that the one?
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
And Gaylord was his name. Was trying to be in the circle. He could never get in the circle. Gaylord. With a name like that, he had a tough time. But bottom line is the circle, man. And I have a select circle, and I hold on to that, and it's going a long way. And Best Buy has just been a blessing. You know, sometimes I get calls around Christmas time. Do you have any headphones? Do you have any equipment? I said, this isn't Best Buy Electronics Store, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. This is Best Buy Waterproofing. By the way, do you have a damp or wet basement? So,
Andrew, when you started, it was you, or did you have a small team that was coming with you when you opened Best Buy Waterproofing 3-4 years ago?
Me, myself, and I.
Okay.
I booked the appointment. I sold the appointment. Then I had a crew who knew me for a long time do the work. Did that for about 8 months.
Okay, just sold you by yourself.
Yep. Sold over $1 million. Sold over $1 million myself. then got a team together who I used to work with years and years ago, seeing what they're up to, brought them in.
A team as far as the people who did the work, or are you referring to the salespeople? Okay, salespeople. Okay. Okay.
So I had to select. I did it slowly. Had a select group, but the people that I brought on knew the business and they know right from wrong, and it's people that I can trust that's going to protect the company, protect themselves, and that's what you need in an organization. You get a lot of people who don't care. We call them commission breath. They're only worry about their commission. There should be a sales 101 video, man. If you want me to do a seminar, I love that too. Because I'll get kazoo. I got the real kazoo in the other office, man. I'll go crazy here. You know, I got the brass balls like Glenn Ross. You know Glenn Ross?
Yes.
Yeah. First price at Cadillac. Second price at Steak Nines. Third price, you're fired. So it goes a long way. And got a good team. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I work with David Anderson. He's the pastor at Bridgeway Community Church. I'm going to show every single day. He's a good friend of mine. Done a lot of business through that, which I would never thought would happen, man. I'm just blessed, man. I'm just blessed. And I just try to talk to people. If I can do it, man, anybody can do it. You know, anybody can do it. And but you have to have some in your blood though to make it happen. You got to have some passion, man. You got to have some passion.
You were mentioning earlier the lead. So I'm sure there are various sources that it's coming from, but what would you say is your top maybe 1-2 source as far as in the leads coming in? I assume they're coming inbound, or do you have a boiler room as well? Okay.
All inbound.
So 100% inbound. Okay.
Getting 30 to 40 calls a day. 30 to 40 calls a day.
And this is coming from a guy who used to manage a boiler room and was all outbound. So now you're
all outbound.
Now it's inbound.
So it's like, my brother's in car sales. So it's like, I said, man, you're lucky. You got people that come see you and this and that. You don't have to call out. Well, we do call out, but come on, the majority that coming to you, they call it ups. You got ups coming in all the time, man. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, I got ups coming in 40 a day.
Okay, so
if you do a good job and follow your dream, and you do it, and they believe in you, you're going to get them. I'm doing more business now than a 20-year-old company is doing, and it's just by making money and putting your money back into the business.
So where are you investing? Where are you investing that money, Andrew?
Google is my number one source right now.
Okay.
I did about $1.6 million in Google. High budget. Home Advisor.
So Google ads, people, I guess, Google waterproofing in whatever geographic area, and then you're one of the first ones to pop up?
Yep.
Okay.
Pay-per-click. I pay big money.
Okay.
I'm not going to give all my secrets away, though, because I don't want to all of a sudden all the companies start paying big money. But the bottom line is,
but you know what, Andrew, in regards to secrets, you can give someone the playbook, but 95% of them won't even go maybe to step 1 or go past step 5.
Hey, I love the Redskins, man, but if you give them the playbook against Tampa Bay and Brady, they're still not going to win this Saturday. But hey, any given Sunday, they call it. That's the thing.
Hey, don't say that. We may have some Redskins fans. This is the DMV Business Show. Come on.
Right. Hey, I grew up in Washington, so besides the Ravens, I'm a Redskin fan second because I moved to Baltimore, so I'm a Ravens fans. But again, you can have their playbook. The only team that did it had their playbook was New England, with all that fraud they were doing. But hey, they found a way to win, man. Fraud or no fraud, proof or no proof, it is what it is, man. They found a way to win because they're a passionate football team. I don't like them, but they're a passionate football team. The Deflate Gate and all this other Gates crap, they made it happen, man. But
okay, so you said Google. Clean. Okay, so you said number 1 was Google, pay-per-click.
Home Advisor number 2.
Okay, what's Home Advisory for those who may not know?
Home Advisor is a company. They call you, come out, who do repairs to your home. They look at your reviews. I get 80 reviews, all 5 stars, and they call a company to come fix. It's a fixer-upper. They fix my TV, fix my screen, fix my deck, fix waterproofing. Come give me a free estimate on waterproofing. So Home Advisor is just a source customers go to nowadays.
It's like an Angie's List.
And Angie's List as well. Angie's List is another one, just like Angie's List. And right now, Home Advisor owns Angie's List.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Home Advisor owns Angie's List. And I got all 8 grade A's through Angie's List. But the number 2 source, as you were saying, is Home Advisor.
Okay, Home Advisor. And then the third one?
Believe it or not, David Anderson. David Anderson from Bridgeway Community Church.
Okay.
Because what I do is every time we sell a Bridgeway Community Church, I give back to church $500. I write a check for $500 to them for their ministry, and every time I get a sale. So Paid a lot of money. I paid a lot of money on referrals and donations, but that's okay because Zig, buddy, Zig, help people get what they want. You'll get what you want. People got to think about that. They don't. They're selfish. They're greedy. And we need the world to open up their eyes and their ears to be better in that respect, just like America, and we'll come a long way.
What would you say motivates you and drives you?
Being above ground every single day, breathing. After I've been through everything, the only thing that should be below ground is a waterproofing system. Do all 4 walls. We put a trench system in, drain system in. It's a whole complex job what we do. That's the only thing that should be below ground. But what motivates me is helping people, like I said before, helping people out, helping anybody in need. If I have to stop on the side of the road, if somebody's broken down, whatever, I'll do whatever I got to do, man. Because you got to live today like it's the last day of your life. Everybody wants to, it's great to save money. It's great to do this, do that. You could be dead tomorrow, okay? I want to live like it's the last day, just like when people sell. They want to sell like it's the last job that they have for the day. Say it's a 6 o'clock appointment or 4 o'clock appointment, whatever, and it's your last lead. You got to love the customer, and it's called love the one you're with. Sit with the customer, close that deal, because you're not going anywhere else after tonight unless you're unhappy. Then you go somewhere else. But this is it. Love the one you're with. Close the deal. Life today. Love the one you're with. Love the people around you, because you might not be here tomorrow. And everybody, and you pass away and you got all that money. You got to live now. I know the coronavirus, I take it very seriously. Our guys wear masks, gloves, and everything else. But I do what I have to do. I've been traveling. I wear masks. I do whatever I have to do because you don't know what tomorrow's going to be. But I make sure the customer is protected. We have gloves and masks. We demystify, which takes care of coronavirus in the house as well. But I don't really advertise it because it's a little salesy. You get these companies come out of here, we'll cure coronavirus. Well, you know what? Take a can of Lysol. If you look in there, it says it takes care of coronavirus. I'm not gonna tell people that and advertise that. That is just so terrible. So we use it on every single job. We don't even advertise it, but I'm just telling you that it does kill the virus. And we protect the customer from when we step in their door like it's our house to when we finish the job. That's why we don't have any complaints. Our record speaks for itself, and that's the key to success.
What would you say you're most proud of thus far in your business career?
My most proud?
Yeah. What is it that you're most proud of in your business career?
I'm most proud of having Home Advisor have 80 reviews, having Google 112 reviews with no complaints. And if you read the reviews, the real reviews, that people are so happy and they're so relieved and they have peace of mind and they refer us to anybody. That's to be proud of. Again, we're here for the customers. That's probably the biggest proud moment. Yeah, we did, increase by $1 million every year, this and that. That's all good. And if you want to have a one-track mind and be selfish, but it's not the letter A in team. Okay, it's the team. And then people say, yeah, it's not the letter A in team, yada yada yada. It is the team. It's not you. And helping everybody out and having no bad reviews. And people even calling you on the phone and say, hey, I just want to thank you and thank your team, this and that. Bridgeway Community Church had their 10-year reunion on WAVA 105.1 radio. And people just came up to me and said, you made my basement dry. And I just want to say thank you. Nothing. Money, forget money. That's everything to you. To having somebody say that about you and your company, that's what makes me proud. Bottom line.
You started with 0 employees. How many do you have now, Andrew?
0. I have 8 sales reps. They're 1099.
Okay.
And I have crews. I have two employees. I have two crews I have that are in house, and I sub a couple other 2 out, but they work exclusively for me. So I don't really call them subs because they're working exclusively for me, just on payroll.
Okay.
But hardly any employees at all.
Okay.
Because I'm here every single day getting my hands dirty and making it happen. If I can do $5 million with no employees, oh my gosh, what do you think if I get a whole team? But I don't need that. I don't want to lose the customer satisfaction. And when you become too big, just say a company, I'm not going to say the name of the company, say a window company is doing $3 million a year. Look at the reviews. You can only catch up. You can only do so much, man. And I don't want to lose that satisfaction. I want to have satisfaction. I don't have any bad reviews on social media. Money doesn't mean that much to me when it comes to that. And I could double in size tomorrow. I don't want to, because I want to keep the customers happy every single day and keep a reputation clean. And that means more to me than a dollar.
What are some daily habits or skills that have helped you?
Like we talked about earlier, getting up, setting goals, clearing your desk every day before you go, getting things done. A lot of people don't do that. Being positive, being enthusiastic, thinking big, motivating others, helping others. We have so many conversations at the cigar lounge of business and leadership. It's just, you learn every single day from people. I run with my sales guys sometimes, pick up something. Doesn't matter if I've been in business over 30 years. I pick up something every single day when I wake up. I pick up something every day when I'm with my wife. I pick up anything when I'm with my son, with clients, with anybody, with business. And that's what it's about. But most importantly, if it doesn't come from within, your passion, you can only do what you can do, just like on a football team or anybody else. You're not going to change. You can only change. I was taught this early. You can only change somebody by 10%. That's it. The Haskins, back to the Redskin fans with Haskins, he was let go. You can only change that guy by 10%. Guy came in with talented, but he didn't capitalize. You know why? Because he doesn't have the passion for himself or the game. That's why he's out of the NFL. Look at good old Johnny Cash, they call him, the Cleveland Browns. What's his name? Manziel. You know, good old.
Yeah.
It's not there, man. Passion's not there. The good heart's not there. So he's a drunk somewhere. God bless him, man.
What would you say?
Special person.
What would you say, Andrew, is your biggest challenge right now in your role with Best Buy Waterproofing and Design?
Biggest challenge?
Mm-hmm.
Probably with my crews, because they always want more. That's my only negative. They always want more. They don't think it's good enough the way it has, and compared to other people, I pay the best out there. That's why we're Best Buy. We pay the best. I pay the highest. Everybody knows it. And they do hard work. I will say that. It's very dirty job. It's dusty job. So I respect what they do. But they always want more and more and more instead of appreciating what they have. So I try to talk to them and have meetings with them, but I need patience with it. And the back end of the business, a little difficult because people get blindsided and they don't see the other side of the grass, just like Zig Ziglar. You know, there's always another side to it. Across the street on the grass, there's always a different side. And without knowing or seeing or having visualization, which a lot don't do, they just think, hey, they deserve better, they deserve more. Even though they appreciate us in Best Buy, everybody wants more. I want more too, but you got to appreciate what you have in the meantime to get to that next step. These guys don't want the next step. They want it tomorrow.
What do you know now that you wish you would have known at the start of your career?
Respecting at the beginning of my career, probably respecting everyone around me to the degree of being positive instead of having that kazoo on your shoulder thinking it's always going to be better. It's not good enough. Selfishness, thinking that you don't need to learn more, young, and just not mature at that point to know everything. However, it's just learning, get you to the next level and understanding. And a lot of people, like in college and school, you got to learn. And you have to have experience. And these people come up to you and they think they can do it all, this and that. You can spot them out. If you read people for a living, that's the key. Reading people for a living. And that comes from within, like passion. You got to be able to read people for a living. And I just thought it was a struggle for everything in life. And I was just like chip on my shoulder. So if I wish I would have known that years and years ago and had more confidence at an earlier age than I do in my last half of my age, I would have been at it where I was at a lot sooner. I would have been doing this a lot longer. However, I'm grateful to be where I'm at, the experience, and there's nothing can defy experience. Experience is everything.
You mentioned before with the company you were with for 25 years, you had a mentor there. Did you have any big mentors that have influenced you, whether that person or others, and what did you learn from that person?
Well, one of the owners of the company, he was just a genius. He was a genius in the industry. He was a genius with marketing. He was a genius how he treated his people, contests, motivation. And if he was alive today, he would be proud because I'm running this like he would want it run. He comes in the morning, works late at night, motivates his people. The salesmen feel like they're on cloud nine when you're handing out cash at every sales meeting. They believe in you. They get your hands dirty. You do everything that they're doing so they can't challenge you. Well, you haven't been out here. You haven't done this, haven't done that. When I have, I'll take a lead that the sales guy didn't sell, and I'll go there, man, you should have closed this deal. Oh, no, you can't. Yada, yada, yada. I'll go out there, take him with me and close the deal. Then they have their own excuses. Well, you're the owner. That's right. Give me a break. Bottom line is it's ABC. And stop making friends with people. And somebody else is driving your Mercedes, I always tell my people. Somebody else is driving your Mercedes because you're making friends instead of closing deals. You want to eat a bologna sandwich with them, make their friend, God bless you. Don't do it on my time. Give me the lead. I'm not going to make friends. I'm going to write some business up. Then be their friend after I write business up. Because no one's going to be riding my Mercedes. Some of these guys, somebody else is riding their Mercedes. And that was the biggest line of my mentor. He says, and I didn't understand a long time ago, saying, somebody's driving your Mercedes out here. So what are you talking about? We haven't closed a deal in 3 days, man. They got the money. They bought the car. Yeah. I said, oh my gosh, I should have known better than that. And you learn young and you learn the objections. Oh, I can't afford to do it. Okay. Next day, they got another waterproofing company installing the work. Oh, that solved me. That solved it. So ABC, baby, every single day.
What does the future look like? What's the vision for the next 5 years for you and the company?
Sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. If it goes to 10 million, it goes to 10 million. It stays at 5 million, it stays at 5 million. All I know is if I do the right thing, what are you laughing at? ABC, do the right thing, help people out, help people get what they want. You'll get what you want in life. Don't make any difference. It's going to be, bottom line is people will know I'm living a life. I'm living a dream. I'm helping people out. When you met me, you might have thought, oh, man, this guy's crazy. But you know I'm a good guy, and we worked out deals together, which I didn't think this was going to work. That Best Buy waterproofing on the building, bright as can be at night. I get calls all the time. I love it. Didn't think you put that deal together. You closed upper. You made it happen.
ABC.
And that's what it's all about. ABC, making things happen, having the energy, having the passion, if you can't get the passion or energy, go get a 5-hour energy drink and drink some coffee every single day before you walk into a house. Because if you're going to be boring and just a normal individual going in somebody's house, you're going to be making friends. Don't have no time for that. We're here to make some money and drive in the Mercedes. Bottom line, that's where it's all at. Look at yourself in the mirror every single day. Be an MIH graduate. It's all between the ears. Zig Ziglar, help people get what they want. You'll get what you want. Clean your desk every single day like it's the last day you go on vacation. Hey, man, I should be getting paid to do this interview right now because I'm giving out good advice to make people money. And it's facts. It's not fictional. It's facts. These things are true. You saw it for yourself. It is. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Bottom line.
You're getting people pumped up, Andrew. After this, they're going to go walk on fire or something.
Hey, I walked on fire. I did a training back in Texas. At the end of the class, I walked on fire. Didn't feel a thing. Swear to God. It's true story 6 years ago.
I believe you. Andrew, last question. What do you like to do in your free time? I know you're a big cigar guy. Besides the cigar and hanging out at the cigar lounge, is there anything you like to do for fun on your free time?
I like to go decompress in Naples, I have another home in Naples, Florida. I decompress there. I was motorcycles, and I've had motorcycles, and I said, you know what? That's the only thing I want to say about age. A little too old. Even though I'm not too old, I got to be smarter than ride a motorcycle because I'm known a lot of friends who passed from motorcycles. It's just not smart. I have a scooter now, man. I drive a scooter around my neighborhood, do whatever I have to do. Yeah, that's what I'm down to. That's what I'm down to. But the point of it is, I go to my place in Naples. There's great people down there. I decompose, and I'm working down there too. We get a lot of calls there. My wife and I, we work down there. but it decompresses me, and that's the only place I can do. Because when I'm here, being on the phone with you or being at a cigar place or doing this, I'm always ABCing all day long. But it's to help other people get better, not for my own benefit. The heart in helping people get better. And that's the key, man, because you'll get rewarded. It's called karma. Things are going to come back your way. You try to rip people off. You try to do bad things. It's coming back to you. It's just like people went in the Capitol the other day. They're getting arrested. The guys on Pelosi's desk. You think he's doing all this stuff? Buddy, you're in jail. People are in the Senate desk, Senate chairs. They're in jail. They think they're cute. Go on social media. Stupid. Come on.
Andrew, where can people find you? If they want to know more about you or the company, where can they reach out and find more information?
BestBuyWaterproofing.com, BestBuyDesignBuild.com. It's all between the ears.com. 3 websites. Google me, Best Buy Waterproofing. You'll see all the reviews. Home Advisor, Angie's List, Yelp, Better Business Bureau. You can always find me. I'm not hiding from anybody. I'm here. Let's go.
There you go. Great way to end it. Andrew, thank you so much for coming on the show, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you, my man.
Take care.
We had a good journey, man. We did.
We did.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again for your help.
Of course. It was my pleasure. And this is just the beginning, I feel. I mean, you're only 3-4 years into it.
Yep.
Next thing you know, you're gonna have your own building one day.
Yeah. Maybe so. You'll sell it to me.
There you go.
You'll sell it to me because it's all about ABC, baby.
There you go. Exactly. All right, Andrew. Take care, my friend.
Have a good one.
You too.